The Epic of Gilgamesh. In the ancient land of Mesopotamia, amid the winding streets and towering ziggurats of Uruk, there ruled a king whose name echoed through the ages, Gilgamesh. His strength was said to rival that of the very gods, his stature casting a shadow over the city as a symbol of his indomitable power. But beneath the splendor of his reign lay a city burdened by oppression, its people crying out for liberation. Hearing the cries of the downtrodden, the gods themselves stirred. Uruk took to her hands the clay of the earth, shaping from it a being unlike any other. Beside her stood Anu, the god of the sky, his gaze overseeing the divine work unfolding below. Enkidu, untamed and wild, knew nothing of the civilized world as he wandered the wilderness. It was during this time that he crossed paths with Shamhat, a priestess of the temple. Through her guidance and the warmth of her presence, Enkidu found himself introduced to the customs and ways of humanity. With a heart transformed and his fury tempered by newfound understanding, Enkidu pledged to challenge the tyrannical rule of the king who instilled fear in the hearts of his subjects. Their meeting was like the clash of titans, a battle that reverberated through the very foundations of Uruk. But amidst the chaos of combat, something unexpected occurred. Gilgamesh and Enkidu, once enemies, found a strange kinship blossoming between them. United by bonds forged in the crucible of conflict, they embarked on a journey that would take them to the farthest reaches of the known world. Through treacherous forests and across desolate plains, Gilgamesh and Enkidu faced challenges that would have daunted even the bravest of warriors. Among them stood Humbaba, the fearsome guardian appointed by the gods to protect the sacred cedar forest. Humbaba, a creature of immense power and ferocity, posed a formidable challenge to the heroes. Despite the daunting odds, Gilgamesh and Enkidu confronted Humbaba, engaging in a fierce battle that tested their courage and resolve. They ultimately emerged victorious, vanquishing the Humbaba and securing their place as legends. But even as they reveled in the glory of their conquest, the gods, resentful of their audacity, unleashed their fury upon the heroes. Enkidu, the steadfast companion of Gilgamesh, fell victim to a mysterious illness, a punishment inflicted by the divine for their defiance. As he languished on his deathbed, Enkidu's once mighty form withered and weakened, his strength drained by the relentless onslaught of his affliction. In his final moments, he wept bitter tears of sorrow and regret, lamenting the mortality that had robbed him of the life he had come to cherish, a fate ordained by the whims of the gods. Gilgamesh, overcome with grief, stood vigil by Enkidu's side, his heart heavy with sorrow. For in Enkidu, he had found not only a loyal friend, but a kindred spirit, a companion who had shared in his triumphs and tribulations. "My friend, my brother, why has fate torn you from me? In your absence, the world has grown dim, bereft of your strength and valor. How can I go on without you by my side?" Yet amidst the darkness of despair, a flicker of determination began to stir within Gilgamesh's heart. He knew that he could not undo the tragedy that had befallen them, but he vowed to honor Enkidu's memory in the only way he knew how. "I will not let your death be in vain, my friend. I will honor your memory with deeds worthy of your valor. Together, we have faced the greatest challenges this world has to offer, and though you may be gone, your spirit will live on in every step I take." Thus, with the memory of Enkidu as his guiding light, Gilgamesh embarked on a quest that would take him to the ends of the earth and beyond. For though his friend may have passed into the realm of the dead, his legacy would endure for eternity, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the indomitable spirit of mankind. Gilgamesh wandered the streets of his city, lost in thought. Where once he sought glory and conquest, now he sought answers. The fear of his own mortality haunted him. The grief-stricken king embarked on a perilous journey. He sought the secret to eternal life, hoping to escape the fate that befell his dearest friend, Enkidu. His quest led him through vast and uncharted lands. He faced countless challenges, each more daunting than the last. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Gilgamesh reached the Garden of the Gods. It was a place of unimaginable beauty, where time itself seemed to stand still. In this divine garden, he found Utnapishtim, the survivor of the Great Flood. It was said that the gods had granted him eternal life for saving humanity. Utnapishtim shared his story with Gilgamesh, a tale of devastation and rebirth. He warned Gilgamesh that the quest for immortality was a fool's errand, one that could only end in sorrow. Yet Gilgamesh persisted, refusing to accept that death was an inescapable part of life. Utnapishtim then proposed a challenge: if Gilgamesh could stay awake for 6 days and 7 nights, he too would gain eternal life. Despite his best efforts, Gilgamesh fell asleep almost immediately. Upon waking, he was filled with despair, realizing that he had failed the test. Before he left, Utnapishtim's wife convinced her husband to reveal the location of a plant that could restore youth. Gilgamesh ventured to the depths of the ocean, where he retrieved a plant that promised to restore youth and vigor. But before he could partake of its power, a serpent stole the plant away, leaving Gilgamesh with the bitter taste of mortality. Returning to Uruk after accepting his mortality, Gilgamesh was hailed as a hero, his deeds celebrated by his people. Though he had not attained immortality, he had achieved something far greater, a legacy that would endure for eternity. Don't forget to like and follow.